Welcome to The Little C and Me. I'm Opal McKnight Kleinsasser, a stage 3 breast cancer overcomer who chose a different path. No chemo, no radiation, no hormone treatment. Hi, welcome to The Little C and Me. This is your host, Opal McKnight Kleinsasser. I'm here to talk about life after surgery, part 2. Now, after you've done surgery, one of the things I've noticed about myself is that I'm more intentional. And what does intentional mean is to have a plan, have an objective. And by doing this, I set goals for myself. If not daily, maybe weekly goals, just in order to get what I want to get done. And I have decided that I'm going to go after some of the things I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to write a book. I didn't know where to start. Now, with AI, it can help you to write your book. There are many things I wanted to do. There are many things I was curious about. And I have become intentional about all of these. I have decided I'm going to learn as much as I can learn while I'm home on disability. I'm going to expand my brain and I'm going to expand my mind. I'm going to be doing things, and I am actually doing things that I love to do. Just a few weeks ago, I drove a go-kart. I know it's not a big deal for some persons, but I drove a go-kart. And this is something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a teenager. But I've become more intentional about my life. And I've decided that I'm going to live life to the fullest. Having had breast cancer twice, 2 times, has opened my eyes to the reality that life is wonderful and I'm going to live it to the fullest of my ability. One of the things I plan to do is to ensure that I nurture relationships that uplift me, to stay in touch with persons who have encouraged me along the journey, to stay in touch with persons who have been there for me in the first time I was diagnosed and the second time I was diagnosed, to nurture those relationships. What has this journey also taught me? To drop those ones that drain me, to let go of negativity and negative people around me. Some of those persons have not had the brush with cancer that I've had twice. And so they have no clue and no idea. And because I know that they don't, and they're there to drain. And people, you're going to meet persons who are going to drain you. And you're going to meet persons who are negative. But I've decided I'm going to avoid those relationships. I'm going to avoid negative people. And I'm going to stay positive. And it doesn't matter, really and truly, it doesn't matter what life comes with. I am going to remain positive. I am going to nurture those relationships with people who nurtured me. And no, it's not an eye for an eye, nor a tooth for a tooth. But what is it that I'm doing? I'm remaining intentional. Intentional in choosing my relationships. Intentional in choosing who comes into my space. I'm being intentional. Before then, I wasn't this intentional. I'm being intentional about avoiding conversations that don't uplift, that don't encourage, that do nothing absolutely for me. I'm being intentional. I'm being intentional what I say. I'm being intentional what I do. I'm being intentional about choosing joy every single day. When I go to bed at night, my prayer is, Lord, I thank you that I'll wake up tomorrow morning with your joy, which is my strength. And when I wake up in the morning, Lord, I thank you for your joy. I choose joy. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I have chosen that I am going to be joyful. I'm going to be grateful. I am going to be positive. Even if I don't feel like it, I am going to be positive. It doesn't matter what comes my way. I have chosen joy. And I've chosen
to be positive about everything. I've practiced joy. I really have. And I've been asking the Lord for peace. Everything around you is chaotic, and life is going to be chaotic. But I've chosen peace also. Peace and joy. Peace and joy. I've decided I'm going to be filled with joy, and I'm going to be laughing even when it's not funny. Because what? The Bible says a joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit, it dries up the bones. I have gone through this journey 2 times to be bitter, to be miserable, to be ungrateful. God has allowed me to go through this journey twice, and I'm still here. So I choose joy. There are persons who have only been through it once, and they're no longer with us. But for somebody who has been around the block 2 times, I choose joy. I choose to be happy. I choose to smile. I choose to have faith and believe that there's a purpose in my life, and I'm going to fulfill this purpose. When you have been through cancer twice, you come to realize, and you're still standing, that there is a purpose for your life. And your assignment is not yet over. I choose to live on purpose for purpose. On purpose for purpose. No longer wasting time. No longer having unfruitful relationships and unfruitful conversations. I've chosen to live on purpose. Learn new things. Do new things. Go places with those I love. Go places with my kids. Take them to the park. Laugh. Smile. I used to do that before, but now I am intentional. I'm intentional in planning weekends. Now that it is summer, planning places I can go with my family to enjoy my life. I have been given a second chance. And this time, I'm going to live it on purpose. I'm going to live it with purpose. And I encourage you, you have been through this once. Live on purpose for purpose. Don't allow people to dictate and to tell you how you should live and when you should heal and what you should do. Nobody knows what you're going through more than you. The Bible says, every heart knows its own sorrow. And as we would say in Jamaica, the foot that the shoe is squeezing knows it. And they said, who the cap fits, let him wear it. I'm saying to you today, you know your body more than anybody else. Enjoy life. Live on purpose for purpose. One day at a time. One day at a time. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to shut some persons out who are not doing anything and uplifting you. Persons who are not encouraging you. And I'm not saying don't be an encourager. But even an encourager, like myself, needs encouragement. Because we're all human. And as the song says that no man is an island. No man stands alone. Each man joy is joy to me. Each man grief is my own. You cannot carry everybody and nobody's carrying you. This is what I learned the second bout with breast cancer. That I can't be there for everybody and nobody's there for me. So I've chosen to live my life on purpose, to be there for people and expect that persons will be there for me. Expect that persons will learn to embrace me for who I am. Physically, I might look different, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I'm the same person. I'm not broken because of cancer. I am not bitter because of cancer or because of breast cancer. I am a better person. I'm a better woman, a better individual, a woman who is on purpose to live and enjoy life, to embrace everything that life has to bring and that life has to give. With its ups and downs, I'm embracing it because it's a journey, and I'm going to enjoy every step of the journey and embrace it with everything that I have. The ups, the downs, the disappointments, the encouragements, the discouragement. These are the things, and those are the things that make life what it is. I have been looking in life with a different lens, the lens of joy, the lens of gratitude, and saying, Lord, I thank you. You have brought me through this. I thank you. Even with the pain in my body sometimes, and yes, there's still a lot of pain, but I'm grateful, God, that I can feel the pain. I'm grateful I can move around. I'm grateful I can sit, I can stand. I am grateful. This is what life after surgery, part 2, a second time, has taught me: to be grateful, to be happy, and to spread the joy. Persons say to me, Opal, when I speak to you, I leave encouraged and I leave uplifted. On purpose, for purpose. I have purposed in my heart that I'm going to be having conversations that when people leave, they are uplifted. They are encouraged because I've learned to encourage me. I am on purpose, for purpose. No longer just living, no longer accepting whatever comes my way. I have learned that whatever I want, I have to go for it. And I'm going for it because I'm on purpose, for purpose. I encourage you today, with everything that you're going through, don't just live life like that. Yes, roll with the punches, but be on purpose, for purpose. Learn to protect your space. Learn to protect your mental faculty, because yes, persons are going to come, and they came with negativity. But I've decided that I'm going to be on purpose, for purpose. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to encourage others on the journey. I'm going to lift up others on the journey because I'm on purpose, for purpose. Thank you so much for listening to The Little C and Me. And remember, let's live our lives on purpose, for purpose. Like, share this broadcast, and if anything, you can leave comments. I'll be more than happy to respond. Thank you so much again for listening to The Little C and Me. I'm your host, Opal McKnight Kleinsesser. I'm on purpose, for purpose.
Thanks for tuning in to The Little C and Me. Remember, overcoming breast cancer is possible without fear, stigma, or compromise. Find more tips on our YouTube channel.